Well, good morning, everyone. This is a beautiful Thursday morning out there, although it is a little muggy. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely muggy. Humidity's up around 75% in most places. Muggy, clouds drifting through. It's a typical summer day, not quite as warm as it has been.
No, and that's one thing I do like is that it's not as warm. Got a radar back up here and everything. Got Levi over here helping me out because my fingers just don't like to do real good. I got fat fingers, you know. Looks like we got a few people on chat with us right now. Hi, Ann Shelton. She's on board with us. Chris Meacham. Dave, he says we're sounding good. So, welcome aboard, everyone. We're going to be talking about what's coming up. We don't have any severe weather in the area right now, but what we're going to be looking at is probably coming up in the future. Right now, let's take a little look around the area. I'm going to look at the UT Martin camera. Ah, boy, isn't that pretty? It's beautiful cumulus clouds just floating along. It's a nice summer day out there. It is a little bit muggy, not overly so, but it is anything that's got humidity in it, it's muggy to me. So there we go. Um, but they have 91.3 degrees already this morning. Their dew point's at 73.2, and humidity is at 55%. It's a little sticky. So I've seen worse, but that's not too awfully bad. Um, let's take a look at other places. I tell you what, I did find out the Hopkinsville radar is finally back up. I'm going to go over to it.
Hooray.
Yeah, and we can actually see some stuff way off over to the east and southeast over in eastern Tennessee and eastern Kentucky over around Somerset. But at least nothing in our area for right now. Do we expect anything later today, Mark?
Well, we are expecting a good chance for some thunder showers in the area. It's about a 30% chance through the afternoon. Not expecting anything severe this time. Of course, we weren't expecting anything severe yesterday either.
That was a big experience in Hopkinsville where we had a microburst come down and did quite a bit of damage downtown. There's some power knocked out, and there's some damage to roofs and buildings down there. And it was not it was a surprise actually, wasn't it, Mark?
It was a big surprise. That storm formed more or less right on top of Hopkinsville. We always talk about our famous cap, but that cap didn't help us at all because it formed right on top of us, blew up, and just dropped heavy torrential rain. We had some flooding downtown. Winds. We never caught it on radar because the microburst happened so fast. It was between radar scans.
And for the folks who don't know, explain the radar scan, what the timing is on it.
Right. To do a full scan, a modern Doppler radar takes about 4 minutes. So you only get a snapshot of what the radar is showing about every 4 minutes. And a lot can happen between that time, especially when the storm is doing what that one was doing.
Yeah, you know the weird thing about that is exactly the same spot a microburst hit earlier this year and did damage. It's almost the same location. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's very unusual. I don't have a good explanation for it meteorologically. There was a line of storms headed our way, but they were way over in Missouri at the time this happened. This isolated storm just blew up and moved off to the southeast and then gradually dissipated.
Yeah, well, I hope that we don't have any more of those. The microbursts you can't warn for. It looks like that everybody got caught with their pants down, so to speak. In reality, though, it wasn't visible. It was impossible to warn for something like that. I'm gonna take a real quick look over to satellite. Let's see what it looks like out there. Let me back out some, and you can see there's quite a bit of clearing around right now, and I don't see that changing much anytime soon. Maybe in the afternoon heating of the day, we'll start seeing some stuff that'll make a difference. But right now, we're just partly cloudy and well, actually mostly sunny, and it looks pretty good out there. I'm going to look back here at some of these other cameras back here in Missouri because that's coming our way. And here's Essex, Missouri. We like looking at this camera quite a bit just because it's kind of interesting. It's a residential area right along, I guess this is Main Street. And once again, you see the beautiful cumulus clouds on a blue sky. Just a typical summer day out there, and of course, it's warm there. 96.5. What time is it anyway? Well, we're getting up to about midday. It's 11:27 here,
Correct.
So yeah, it's you know, it's getting up to midday, but that's mighty warm. So I suspect these things are going to get even warmer as time goes by. I'm gonna look back here a little further back around Poplar Bluff, and this is Boycom, Missouri. And again, here's what we're seeing here, though. You see some of the cirrus looks like blow off the top of some storms back there, but there's no storms on radar yet. But I would imagine this is going to be the start of.
Probably so. The clouds up that direction as you go on northwest into Missouri are a little bit thicker, and the radar is starting to pick up some very light possible precipitation up that way.
So yeah, but it is still a nice shot. I tell you, you can look out across the good thing about this that you can see different places across the country, and it's pretty nice. Jackie Mathis joining us this morning. She says, "Hey y'all, hey Jackie, good to see you. Hope you're enjoying our feed. This is a special edition. We don't have anything severe going on here right now, and we don't anticipate really anything severe today, Mark, do we?"
No, we're not in any outlined areas for possible severe today at all. Our next chance for severe will probably come about Saturday.
Yeah, and that's still questionable. Let's go ahead and start. Of course, we should have a front come through. I guess later on this afternoon, cold
Yeah, it
front,
should be this evening sometime.
and we'll get some rain with that more than likely, and maybe even some thunderstorms. I don't think they'll be severe, but probably they may be a little bit noisy. But you know what? Thunderstorms aren't noisy anyway. It kind of helps you to sleep better. Sandy Christian says, "Thank y'all for the updates." Thank you, Sandy. I'm glad you joined in with us. Like I said, this is a special edition. We're not really expecting anything severe, but we wanted to go on and do the live so that anybody that wants to look back on it the next day or two, I don't anticipate us going live, probably not even into the weekend now, the way it looks. Saturday is going to be a big day, though. It looks like, well, actually starting Friday night. Friday will be mostly sunny, but then there'll be some clouds moving in, and then by Friday night, I think we'll see some pretty hefty rainstorms come in as far as the precipitation. It's going to be pretty extensive, and I have seen wording that says intense areas of rainfall, which is, that's going to be pretty unusual. Go ahead.
And numerous thunderstorms.
Right.
That's what the verbiage they're using for it right now. Saturday is showing a 70% chance. Saturday night is 70% chance here in Hopkinsville. And that kind of covers the whole area because that's a series of impulses that are going to be coming in from the northwest and moving across us. And each one is going to bring its own round of showers and thunderstorms.
That's correct. And so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm going to look a little bit at the models. Let's see here. The HRR doesn't go out that far. What about the NAM? Do you know, is the 12?
The 3-kilometer NAM should go out that far.
Yeah, I've got the NAM. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is a future radar, and let's see here. I can't see though how we get this thing here to play out.
Go down and hit the play.
Okay, I got you now. Okay, now we're hitting play on it. We're going to see. This is the future radar with the NAM. This is at 8 o'clock, midnight, 8 o'clock, Saturday the 8th.
Yeah, just
So-
that, round after round.
Yep. So I'm going to try to slow this down a little bit, but I don't know if I can do that or not.
I don't know if you can slow it down.
I can't even rock it, it doesn't look like. But this would be the 8th at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you'll see showers up along the Ohio River, a bigger line of showers back here behind it. Again, they don't appear to be severe. You know what, I bet I can do it right here. Yeah, okay. Well, nope, I lied. Can't do it that way. Okay, well, anyway, let's just go ahead and move forward a little bit, see if I can get this thing to play a little more. Okay, now this is on the 8th at 11 a.m. Let's see, the 8th is Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Make sure I'm right about that. And you see, 11 a.m., we got some pretty good showers and storms in the area. Again, they don't appear to be severe. Now, this is important. This needs to happen in the morning because that convection the showers and storms and the cloud cover will keep the energy from building up. You know, when you get sunshine on the surface, it heats up the surface and you makes your storms grow in intensity, and they can, if you got a threat for severe weather, it makes it a whole lot worse than it would be if you had cloud cover. So we got cloud cover. It looks like, if this radar is to be believed, this is future radar, so they're not perfect, but that's 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. And then we'll also look here as we go into, this is at 1 in the afternoon, and here's that line of storms coming through. And once again, you see that gap right there? I've seen that happen time and time again. What's going on with that, Mark?
Well, that seems to be right about where the cap is, although it's a little bit farther to the east than it normally is. But
Yeah.
we see a break a lot of times in lines right there. Again, if we're going to have any severe weather, it may happen right at the south end of the north part of that break.
Okay,
But
so
again, they're not calling for much in the way of severe weather. The dynamics aren't there for that, but the dynamics are there for heavy rain.
right. And you know, this doesn't really, I don't think, accurately depict the heavy rain that would probably come in here with this. I'm going to go on and see how much further it goes. This is at 2 p.m. Again, we're just about back in the clear, and it looks like the rain is off to these. I think the NAM is underdoing the rainfall amounts. I mean, they do that sometimes. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think they may be rushing a little bit too, because, but again, they show another line starting to form up. So anytime Saturday night, line after line going through.
Yeah, and this is 6 p.m. Saturday. Again, you see showers on our doorsteps up around Madisonville, back towards Princeton, and then more coming in along the Ohio River. But again, none of these appear to be severe, and I don't really think that we will be severe in any of this stuff that's coming in. But we'll just have to watch it and see. So let me get back out of this, and let's go.
Yeah. But again, we have to watch these because one individual storm really moving slow and laying down a lot of rain can cause some flooding problems. The
It
storm
sure
that hit
can.
Hopkinsville yesterday did cause flooding in the area of 9th Street, which is not an uncommon thing. But again, you know, it poured a huge amount of rain in a very short amount of time.
Well, you know, and that's one of those things that you have to understand, that one area may get a lot of rain, another area may not get any. So I'm going to see what else we got. I want to take a look at the GFS. Yeah, you know, it's not really too impressive either. I'm going to play it a little bit. See some of it. Yeah, you're right. It shows rounds coming across us, but it doesn't really give much detail on it. This goes all the way up. This is the 13th. So when you get out past this, we're past the 15th, and not seeing a whole lot out there to worry about.
Again, the GFS is normally what we look at out longer range, but again, always take it with a grain of salt, because anything beyond 48 hours, and it becomes harder and harder to reconcile that with the other models.
Yes. Having a little problem getting out of this particular mode here. I'm going to fix it up where I can. Okay, I got it fixed up. Never mind. I swear, Levi is a genius. I love him sitting over here next to me, because when I run into trouble, he always can save the day. You know, he must have ate
Absolutely.
He must have 80 sweeties here this morning. And by the way, there's Linda Combs says thanks for the update. You know her, don't you, Levi?
Maybe.
Just a little bit. Hi, Linda. Welcome aboard. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting time right now for us, because you know what? Here's what I'm seeing. I think Friday will be a decent day. Friday night, rain starts in. I think that'll go into Saturday, hopefully Saturday morning and through the day Saturday. And then let's hope everybody gets the rain they need, because some areas still dry. And then I think we'll go into the first of the week fairly calm. We'll start heating back up. Highs are going to be up into the upper 80s to near 90, especially if we go down towards midweek. And midweek it's going to get sultry once again. But I'm seeing some things that tells me that maybe we've got another big cool down coming, where we go back below normal, probably in about 10 days or so. I'm going to just say that. But I am seeing indications that there's a cool pool that's coming in towards us, And, for July, that's kind of unheard of. But if that pattern continues, into August, I've seen August sometimes be fairly like almost a fall month. But, I'm hesitant on saying it because there's so much variables in the weather right now. You just never really know. But anyway, I want to thank, it looks like Cora Duncan has joined us. Says, thank you, local weather person. Say, summer storms. So yeah, it is summer storms, but
Absolutely.
anyway, Cora, thank you for joining us. Like I said, I don't anticipate us staying on here very long. We're going to stay on just long enough to get everybody updated. But Mark, what do you think about all this?
Well, it is very much a summertime pattern, except for getting the system coming through and giving us round after round of thunderstorms on Saturday. That's a bit unusual. We are in the dog days of summer now, but the old saying is whatever happened July 3rd is what it's going to happen for the next month for dog days.
Well, and dog days is not necessarily about a bunch of old hound dogs laying up on the porch with their tongues hanging out, even though they would be with with the heat and stuff, the humidity. But dog days has to do with the dog star Sirius, and it reaches a certain point. I'll have to go back and refresh my memory exactly what it means, but it is a period where you normally have hotter than usual weather, and that weather is what's coming upon us. I was looking at a thing here at Advanced Missouri. They're at 87.8 degrees, so they're a little bit cooler, a little further to the north, but it's a beautiful day there. Look at that corn crop. They have had some good rain. It looks like the corn is doing excellent. And I believe,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think our corn crop here is doing pretty good too. I believe we've had just enough rain to keep them going. So if any of you know any different, let me know on here. But I think really the corn crop is looking great. I hope we have a good season where they have an excellent crop, and we'll see. Looks like they're doing a little irrigating or something over there or something. I can't quite make it. The camera's not quite catching them. But yeah, nice shot. I'm going to look around one more. Let's look at the local stuff. We haven't looked at the local ones.
Right.
This is over Skyline Drive, which is Hopkinsville, looking towards the southwest, and what we see there is this right here would be Kroger, and this is Skyline Drive here, the railroad tracks, and out that way is 41, looking southwest towards probably Fort Campbell, if I had to guess. And you see, it's a pretty nice day there. But let's try.
Yeah.
This is the bypass. You can see a little bit of breeze going. This is Southern Bypass, and it's also Southern Bypass of Hopkinsville. Traffic's fairly light. It's a nice Thursday morning. Everything seems to be calm. Everybody going about their business. And we'll take one more look. Let's look over at, this is I-24 at 6880. This is at Katie's. These are all weather cams are courtesy WKDZ, WHVO radio stations. They do a great job, and we just love the weather cams, and we're thankful to them for letting us show these because they do a good job on that, and they do a good job on weather because, hey, they got me helping doing it with the weather. What can I say? But anyway, yeah, we love these weather cams because it gives people a chance to see what it's really like outside your door here on a local level. And we're going to hopefully add some additional cameras as time goes by in other spots. We're going to try to get some of those cameras that has all the weather station and everything on it. Still waiting to see how that's going to play out, but it looks good out there right now. So let's go right back here to you and I. I did push the right button, thank goodness. So here we go, we're back. Let's see, well, we got something going on up here. Let's look at this radar up here in Ohio. That's a pretty good little line of storms. That must have been what is that, a boundary that's running along or something?
I imagine so. It's just a boundary. Plus, that's right where the foothills are. So all the flow they're running up against the foothills of the Appalachians there and starting to get a little bit of lift. So it may not be quite enough to make it go severe, but I noticed they've got a special weather statement on that particular part of the line.
Yeah, let's see what it says just for the heck of it. Well, let's try it again. It didn't really want to give it to me. Okay, here we go. It says, wind gust up to 40 miles an hour and pea-sized hail and very heavy rain, which we can tell that by looking at it. It said the gusty winds can knock down tree limbs, blow around some unsecure object like lawn furniture. Visibility would be poor and hydroplaning would be possible. So slow down if you're watching us up in that area. We do have...
This is probably the same line or same boundary that went through us yesterday that didn't really, other than the one storm over Hopkinsville, didn't do a whole lot through our region.
Yeah, I'm trying to put it in motion. And you see, yeah, it's moving fairly slow. So the places that are getting rain are going to get some heavy rain because they're so slow moving. But yeah, it's interesting to see that, and it looks like that goes all the way up to the lakes, up around. Let's see, what is that? Lake Erie, maybe?
Yep.
I can't believe I got that right. Can you believe that? But anyway, folks, we're pretty well happy with the way things are going. I'm tickled that some of you joined us this morning, but this is also for future references. If, like I said, I don't think we'll be going live anymore this week or this weekend, just because there doesn't appear to be any severe stuff forming. Now, if it does happen to form up on this weekend, our old buddy Levi is going to be able to step in here and go live, and because you and I are going to be working,
Yes.
at our paying job. So, but Levi is very capable. He's been training with us for quite some time. I mean, gosh, ever since he was 15 years old, he's been involved with the weather, and he's been part of our group. And he started as a junior spotter. Now he's a full spotter, and he's really well versed in what he's doing. So we're tickled with him, and like I said, if he comes on board, I hope you guys make him feel better. Shane Goodwin says, "Hey guys, hey Shane, how you doing, buddy? I know we probably scared you because Shane is one of our intercept teams, and as is Chris Meacham, and I bet they said, oh God, these guys are out live. We got weather coming. I need to get going." We don't have any weather right now, Shane or Chris. We're just kind of updating everyone because we don't think that we're going to be doing live any for the next few days, just because it doesn't seem to be any severe events coming. But I did want to let you guys know that at least you've got a little bit of an update. So those who've missed it can come back and look at this and, play it over and see what's going to happen. So hopefully you'll be well informed, and we'll just go from there. So anything else you want to say, Mark?
Well, I want everyone to try your best and have a great weekend. Be safe. Remember, if those storms are producing very heavy rain, turn around, don't drown.
Oh, yes. Please don't drive through those flooded roadways, because that can be deadly if you aren't very careful. Shane Goodwin says, no, y'all good. Been monitoring the incoming. Let's see. I can't really see what it says here, but incoming close as well. Okay. So anyway, Shane, we're good to hear from you. We'll be talking to all of you again soon. I hope you have a great and blessed day, and try to stay out of the heat, get plenty of refreshments, and take care of yourselves. And don't forget your pets. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. So see you.